2018's Pop Halloween's most popular costumes. Fun fact, I've been low-key lobbying for us, just once, to turn the Route 100 into a costume party, where all of the guests and honorees are expected to come as their favorite Black historical figure or pop cultural reference. After all, our annual gala takes place close to Halloween, and it'd be an understatement to say that I love playing dress up. That idea hasn't quite gained traction yet, at least, not in time for this year's Route 100 Gala, but I've been living vicariously through the slew of Halloween costumes celebrating this year's most memorable moments in the culture. While it's true that every year's events, characters and personalities inspire costumes, this one feels especially ripe for flexing Black excellence. After all, this is the year that gave us Black Panther, by Chella, and the breakthrough phenomenon known as Cardi B. While many of these zeitgeist moments may seem predictable picks, they're also great ways to commemorate some great moments in an otherwise pretty rough year. Speaking of which, thankfully, I've yet to see anyone throw on a MAGA hat and oversized slippers to play Kanye this Halloween. Let's keep it that way. So, what were the most costume-worthy moments of the year? Black Panther. We knew Black Panther-inspired costumes were going to be huge this year, but what we're really loving is how incredibly rendered the recreations are. Just check out my colleague Michael Harriot's back, that K is for K-Dog, by the way, costume above, which features his own purple and gold remix on the mask that made Winston Duke famous. Frankly, we're holding our breath to see how the Black-ish cast pulls this off on Tuesday night's episode. The teasers look amazing, but we love seeing the recreations on those without a Hollywood budget even more. Not to mention the fact that these are also homages to legendary costume designer Ruth E. Carter's incredible, and hopefully Oscar-nominated, work on this film, so it's a double Black excellence win. Speaking of Black cultural zeitgeists, The Wiz may not be a 2018 phenomenon, but last week it celebrated 40 years since it premiered in 1978, and at least a few families rightfully felt it worthy of a tribute. Granted, I'm biased, because this is my favorite film of all time. I saw it at age 3, in the theater, but seeing it recreated for Halloween is a spectacular reminder that it's beloved by generations. Bonus points to the family below who not only nailed the costumes, but the iconic poses. One of this year's sleeper hits makes for some pretty entertaining recreations, as folks try to keep that same surrealist energy of Boots Riley's anti-capitalist fever dream, Sorry to Bother You. Cassius, Detroit and even Mr. all make for excellent, easily identifiable costumes, originally created by Black designer Deirdre Govan. Fun fact, for the most part, these looks can be reproduced with a couple of quick trips to your local vintage shop and drugstore, if you're still looking for last-minute ideas. Black KK Klansmen. It's fair to say we hope we don't see a lot of white hoods walking around this Halloween, even if they're wearing leather jackets and holding up Afro picks and Black Power signs. But there's one character who we think is a good look. Super woke activist Patrice Dumois, played by Laura Harrier, is conscious and chic, and again, isn't hard to recreate, if you need a last-minute fit. Nicki Minaj. Now, not everyone can pull off Nicki Minaj's notoriously risqué wardrobe, but there were a few contenders this past weekend who gave an admirable effort. We wonder if they'd get the endorsement of the self-proclaimed queen herself? Scroll through below to see the homages. Beyoncé. Beyoncé's been giving us Halloween-worthy looks for years, especially since Lemonade. But this year, Queen Bey really outdid herself. Between Coachella, her September Vogue cover, Apeshit, and the immense array of looks on her On the Run 2 tour, the possibilities were almost endless for the Hive to recreate this Halloween, and they did. Justine Skye even revived Austin Powers' Foxy Cleopatra. Serena Williams. Who knew it only takes one iconic outfit to be the GOAT? Serena Williams' US Open comeback may not have ended the way she'd hoped, but at least a few fans are letting the Phenom know that she's still #1 in their eyes, by recreating her Virgil Abloh X Nike-designed tutu dress, and how much would we love to see that baby version on little Alexa's Olympia this Halloween.